Good morning and welcome to Cover 2 Cook. We're on episode 150. We had one Sunday night game, but two Monday night games. A lot of people probably didn't stay out for the second one, but we're going to recap those games. We're going to talk about our fantasy results. We were kind of confident going into Sunday night. Let's see how Monday went. We also have the power rankings and other news in the NFL, but we can't forget about college football as that's the best sport. The top 10 rankings in college football with some other news coming out of that as well. And then we have to finish with, do we get to call it Tim's best bets this upcoming week, or are we calling it no names bets? So we'll hear the results on that. So let's get it started.
Yeah. I was going to do a vertical jump there. Thank you, Socks.
Travel been to Indiana, and did Cover 2 Cook get you a good hotel?
Indiana? No, I'm in Louisiana. I'm here for Mardi Gras.
I know that this might be hard, but I don't know how much you remember Friday night since we left you damn near when you fell asleep.
I got my belly full, man. I was like, I warm covers and warm. I was like, I could go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jack Dorsey.
Final answer?
Yes. All right.
This is going to be a long fucking day.
Welcome back to Cover 2 Cook. We are on episode 150. I am here with Anthony and Tim. And Anthony, what an accomplishment it's been being 150 episodes. Do you remember when you both just started with no cameras?
Yes, yeah. 150. Kind of crazy to think about. This was a podcast that we talked about doing for a long time. And then Mr. Tim Cook came up one weekend, and I was like, all right, let's start putting action into a plan. We thought of the name. We got him a headphones that ended up not actually working, things like that. And then I remember we had it on. We didn't even have it on YouTube for episode 1. It was just Spotify. Now we have videos. We've had Barstool Chief on here in the 150 episodes. We've had people on here for other things, like, I think about the combine, things like that, just over the 150 episodes. It's been fun. And honestly, whether we get 100 viewers or 2 viewers or whatever, it's one of those things where it just takes us out of, reality for a little bit. And we get to talk about things we enjoy. And you know what, Lisa, it's been also great to have you as an addition, whether I had to drag you to come do it or you wanted to do it. We appreciate it.
Well, you keep trying to replace me, so I guess I'll stick around.
If you keep doing something, you're going to get fired. And I would hate for you to get fired from Cover 2 Cook.
Well, golly, I don't know what you guys do without your trivia master.
Oh, there it is.
Tim, how do you feel about 150 episodes?
This has been a very long, not really long, but I don't think I've in the last year and a half watched as much football in the 40 years before I watched football than I have now. I think the knowledge I've gotten with football and things that have happened and just looking up stats is just, it's mind-boggling, the things that you can look up and go, wow. And you can watch that stuff on ESPN. They have a person hired to do stats. I mean, we just do it as a side gig, So I mean, it's really, and where we've come, where we were at, like you said, we weren't videotaping anything to now where you got people come up. I've had people come up to me and say, "You guys have so many stats and so much knowledge of this game that it is unbelievable that you know so much." And I says, there's a lot of research behind this that we have to come up with and a lot of watching that, we have to do to put this all together. It is a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched more football because of it. I just now have an excuse to watch more football because of it. So
I've definitely been watching more football than
I would say, like, college football, I was a typical person that would want to watch all day. Now I just be like, hey, I got to, that's the top games. I got to watch them. And NFL, fantasy definitely had me a reason of watching NFL. But, like, even now, like, the red zone to Sunday night, staying up, or Monday night, staying up to watch games because we got to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, well, it gives you both an outlet to be able to talk and get it all out, because I know you're both passionate about it. And, at first I was allowing Anthony to let Tim be the ear, and now I'm in it, so I get to hear it still.
Well, there'd be a lot of times that I would watch it and the game was not very good, and I'll go watch something else. Now that we've got this, I've got to sit through it and watch it. So, I mean, that's my biggest deal on that is I would just go find something else better to do if the games ain't worth a hoot. So.
All right. Well, let's get into these games. We had a Sunday night game and 2 Monday night games. So let's start with Sunday night. Anthony, tell me the recap of what happened Sunday night with the Falcons and 49ers.
Yeah, so 49ers just beat up, man. So many injuries on there. And didn't the Falcons just come off beating the Bills? And you're like, oh my God, here we go. Yeah, no, the Falcons are just so inconsistent. And we talked about that for this game. It had to be more consistent. Mac Jones looks better. They showed this stat of how many quarterbacks have went for their second location and have looked so much better or whatever. I didn't realize it was going to be a CMC versus Bijan Robinson competition, not really the Falcons versus 49ers. It was a decent game. I thought it would be a little bit more explosive when you have those two kind of guys playing in the game. But, 49ers take this win.
Yeah, I saw that they made it like a national running backs day, that these two collaborated and they swapped jerseys after the game. I saw all that, but it's shocking to me that the 49ers had a season without Christian McCaffrey because the whole offense is around him. So It's surprising that they even had a team without him last year.
Yeah.
Tim, what did you think of this game?
I think I think he's healthy. So that's why I think he went off. I think they have consistent blocking now for him. So I think that's a big deal. I think Robert Saleh had a great game plan for Michael Penix. He didn't know which way he was coming or going. I think Bijan Robinson, they shut him down. And that's surprising because you had Warner out, you got Bosa out, and they still, I think that was a Huff, Michael Huff. He was flying all over the place. But you could just tell Atlanta's different at home compared to on the road.
Yeah.
At home, boy, they could score like you would not believe, but on the road, they are not very good. And that's why they're 3-3. They're not a very good team on the road. But I think for the 49ers to go any farther, I think it's got to be Purdy. It does. I think Mac Jones could get you a couple victories. He's kind of a good backup in that. But you know what? Here's another deal, too. Coach of the year right now, maybe it's Kyle Shanahan. I mean, he does so much little. He has so much little and gets the most out of all of his players. And I think he's got to be in consideration for it.
Yeah, I think the Colts coach has that right now with the best record and
right.
what they were last year. And you say all this, but he's got John Lynch as a GM that goes out and gets people. I mean, even Brian Robinson being in the impact when CMC just needs to take a second off. It kind of reminds me of Notre Dame. 1-2 punch that's an actual 1-2 punch, or the Detroit Lions.
Well, and also, too, Anthony, Atlanta's their OC is just so inconsistent. Zach Robinson. He is so inconsistent. That whole team is totally inconsistent. And I don't know if that's coaching. I think it's coaching. They just don't put him in the right situations. And Penix, I think, did he get hurt in the fourth quarter and come out for a little bit? It's just like they're a team that's just not – they're not consistent on the road. They cannot play on the – I mean, at home, boy, they're killers. On the road, no.
All right, well, let's move on to our Monday night games. We had two of them, but let's talk about the first one, the Lions versus Bucks. Tim, why don't you walk me through this recap?
Jahmyr Gibbs owns the Bucks this year. Or since he's played them in 3 games, and he's got almost 300 yards of rushing and 144 yards out of the backfield. That's almost 400 yards in 3 games. Yeah. He owns them. I think the Lions secondary stepped up on this one. Shut down Baker Mayfield. I think the injury to Evans is a killer. I know Tez Johnson didn't play bad, but and they had no running attack. Bucks had no running attack whatsoever. Rashard White was null and void. That Sean Tucker, he wasn't there. And it just seems like the Lions play better at home than they do on the road. It's just the way it is. But here's the deal. They had what was their record last year? 15-2 last year. And they got beat the first game in the playoffs. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. I think they're a good team, but with Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, they give them that 1-2 punch. And if that Lions defense can get healthy in the secondary, they're going to be a tough out this year.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like Baker was definitely struggling. I mean, yes, Mike Evans goes out in the game and then he's down an option, but it always kind of seemed to me that like he just was rushed. He had too much pressure on him. His offensive line was not, I don't know, in my opinion, I'm just spitballing here, but didn't do that great job of blocking to give him time. But it also, like Anthony and I were watching it, and Rashard White wasn't even an option. Like he was just blocking, and off he goes.
I think they got behind, and then he had to throw the ball. He threw the ball 50 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not their MO. I'm sorry, that's not. It's running the ball, and Baker just gets the ball down. I mean, with his receivers, he might throw the ball 30 or 40 times. 50 times is way too many. That's not their MO. That's not how they win games. That's not how they've won this year.
Yeah, I think it also showed the Bucks like potential. Like if you're an average team, like we're gonna play just a little bit better than you and pull out that win. But when you have a team like the Lions that are going to be consistent all 4 quarters, that was a true test to see if the Bucks could stand up, and unfortunately it didn't. But Anthony, what was your side of this?
Yeah, so I'm itching because you guys are talking so bad about Tampa Bay. This was Detroit's because they came off of a loss against the Kansas City Chiefs. People were like, oh, they're done. They're done. It was at home. It was a standalone Monday night game because pretty much when this game ended, the 9 o'clock game started. But why did we not see it coming? The Lions were going to come back and battle. The difference from the team last year and the team this year, though, is that the end, Aiden Hutchinson. And that man is getting better and better. He came off of breaking his leg last year. And the dominance that he portrayed in this game. I did see him a little bit on the, getting a little air. I get you, brother. I get you. I go up a flight of stairs. I got to do the same thing. I get you on that. But no, in this game, the Lions, I will say that they stayed close in the first half only because of Todd Bowles and the way he can scheme up a defense because he had Jared Goff thinking differently throughout this game. But you got to stop him. You got to find a way to stop it. The Jahmyr Gibbs 81-yard or whatever rush, that was the kicker in this one. And yes, Mike Evans going out, but you did have Ibuka, and he was nowhere to be found. You had Tez Johnson. You had Sterling Shepard. And then you had Rashard White out of the backfield. I mean, there was so many plays where Rashard White just did like a little halfback wheel and just didn't even look at him because he knew he wasn't going to get the ball. So Tampa Bay's definitely got to step it up, but this is the Lions team that we go, okay, hey, remember who they are? And then we'll see who they are next week.
Right, exactly. Well, let's move.
One second. Anthony, Mike Evans, again hurt again this year. What's going on? I mean, that's the second year in a row. I didn't know he's been in the league for 12 years.
He's with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Or no. He's with Johnny Manziel. If you go back and watch...
Is it time for maybe him?
No, I think this one's his biggest injury. And what I mean by that is because you got to remember, he has that record for most consecutive 1,000 yards. So he gets injured, but it's not like this severe. This one obviously now knocks him out of having the 1,000 yards because it's a collarbone. He won't come back. But I don't think it's so much. When you play 12 years, you're going to have injuries. And when you look at the position's different now because, yes, you can't get hit certain ways, but over the 12 years, he's had great success. Yeah. It's just, it always finds a time where it's like a hamstring, an ankle, a wrist, or something that just caused him a couple games. This one obviously takes him out a lot longer.
Well, because the way I say that is because of Jaden Daniels. Last year he got hurt. He's hurt again this year. It's starting to catch up. I mean, and he's a young guy. Yeah. I don't know what's with him. I mean,
I think he just needs to learn how to slide more. You got to slide, get out of bounds, stop taking so many sacks.
Yeah. And then you lose the active type of quarterbacks when you change your perspective of that. Like, I'm just going to run out of bounds. I'm not going to risk it.
No. You can do that stuff. Just don't do it in regular season. Look, watch Josh Allen. Josh Allen gets out of bounds right now. Josh Allen will slide. But when it comes playoff time, you better buckle up because he's going to try to run you over. Yeah. And that's what Jaden Daniels has got to learn. He's got to learn that during the regular season, yes, they matter, but they don't matter as much as a playoff. And now you might be out till the playoffs. So
hopefully he'll learn that lesson.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, yes, there was a second late night game. Anthony, did you watch this with your eyes open, or how did you watch this game?
Yeah, I watched. What did we watch? Maybe a quarter in this one. 9 o'clock start. NFL, piss off. That is crazy. 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. 10 o'clock on the East Coast. That's crazy. I don't care where this game is because I get it. Seattle. Oh man, they got the best fans. The 12th man. Whatever. It doesn't need to be at 8 o'clock and 7 o'clock their time. Put that puppy at 5 o'clock. I don't care. It was too late. Seahawks went up 14-0, and this game was pretty much over. Because the next time the Texans would kick a couple field goals, but the first time they scored a touchdown was because of their defense, not even their offense. They stripped the quarterback, Sam Darnold, and scored a touchdown on it. The real story of this game, though, is Smith-Njigba. I will tell you right now, that guy is going to be a #1 pick next year for fantasy. This guy is crazy. 8 catches for 123 yards. And then he's got referees protecting him when he's going out of bounds. He literally there was a scuffle that led to the out of bounds, and the referee goes over the top of him to hold him back, which we find out later the referee was an actual player in the NFL. He's been refereeing. But he, over the top of him, protecting him, and Smith is just sitting back there like, and he caused the whole scuffle and things like that. I love that. Yeah, it was not a very entertaining game because this Texans team is a dumpster fire. We saw that Nico Collins got a concussion. You can't score your first touchdown in the third quarter and it be your defense the reason you scored a touchdown. They did score a touchdown later on, but that was just pity points at that point.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good way to get yourself on the board. Yeah. Tim, what did you think of this game?
I think Seattle's defense is underrated. I think their defense is really good. And they went up against another good defense in Houston. I mean, but they only give up 2 on first down or third downs for Houston, 2 for 15. And they made C.J. Stroud's life a living hell. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. But they got to clean up on penalties, 12 for 93 yards. But I think like we say with the Lions, I think that's what Seattle too. They're really good at home. When they get on the road, the old Sam Darnold comes out to play, and they're just not consistent. And that's in a tough division because they're going to go against the 49ers and the Rams. I'm just not sold on Seattle right now. I'm not. No. And Houston, C.J. Stroud, he's nowhere near what he was even last year. And he's really not even close to 2. I think the NFL has found out about him. I really have. The Nico Collins injury, I think, hurt him. But they have no running attack. They're using Woody Marks as a runner, as a running back. I just don't think he's got enough. I mean, I see where he took a safety, and part of the game. I just don't know if their offensive line is that good, or the NFL has just caught up to them. I don't know.
That's what it is. It's the offensive line. The offensive line can't stop a cold right now. And it's just coming way too much. And then the injuries. The injuries are killing him. I think C.J. Stroud is still okay. I think the problem is when you're hiking the ball and you have 2 seconds to get rid of it and you ain't got nobody to throw it to, this is what you're seeing right now.
Well, let's talk about your fantasy results. Last time we chatted, Tim, it was a pretty close call for you. So how did it end up for you?
I ended up losing by 20. I was up by 14 going into, I think, Monday night. And the guy had Jahmyr Gibbs, and he went off for 35.
Yeah.
So, and I had the kicker, which I'm getting rid of Bates from. He can't even kick a 53-yarder. We got kickers out there kicking 60-yarders, and this guy can't even make a 53-yarder at all. And then no elements whatsoever. Yeah, he's gone. I'm getting rid. I got to find a different kicker. He's gone. He's off my team.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, definitely need the long distance.
Yeah, Jesus. Can't even kick a 53-yarder. Everybody's kicking 53-yarders.
Well, Anthony, you were whispering the good word, and you were
waiver wire wizard.
How did it end up for you?
Yes, so Sterling Shepard was a good, solid pickup. So if you guys did pick him up, he ended up having a decent game. But I lost. I lost by 5. Rashard White needed 14. I think he ended up with like 8 or some crap like that. Yeah, it's a tough loss, but again, we got to get going forward again. I've already seen that the Bears defense is only projected 3 points against the Ravens offense. Is Lamar Jackson coming back? Because that's the only way that comes back to 3 points. So we'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry. We're third in the division. We're still there. So don't worry.
Yes, both of you manage your teams appropriately. Put them on the bench, drop them, pick up new people, listen to the wizard, and you'll do fine.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, after a complete week of NFL, we have a new list of power rankings. And when I read this, I was shocked. So I'm definitely excited to hear what you two have to say about this. We have a brand new number 1. The Chiefs came from seed 8 to now number 1. In second, we have the Lions. They remained in number 2. In third, we have the Colts, who also stayed in the same place. Then we have a new number 4. The Eagles jumped from 6 now to 4. And a new number 5 is the Bills. They went down from 4 to 5. So Yes, I was definitely shocked to see the Chiefs not even be ranked in the top 5 last week, jump all the way to number 1. But please give me some history on this. Anthony, why does this make sense?
They're the best 2-loss team. Like, name a better 2-loss team right now that's playing better ball than them. Detroit Lions, no, don't even say it. The Bills, don't even say it. Eagles,
Oh, don't worry, I've got something.
No, and I will say, I think the Chiefs are right in the spot where they are. I just think the Colts should be higher than what they are. They have the best record in the league right now. They're playing good ball. There's not been games where you've been like, oh my God, they had to win by a last-second field goal. They either win by a lot or they've lost once, okay? I think the Colts should be number 2, Lions 3, and then whatever's behind it, because I don't know what to believe about the Eagles, and I don't know what to believe about the Bills, so I could see those two dropping out eventually by maybe next couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's what shocked me is that when we talk about consistency and road games versus home games, like the Colts are constantly performing and they're just being consistent. So I'm surprised to see that they had no movement on the power rankings this week. Tim, let's hear it. What is your reaction to this?
Are you kidding me? You can't put this team in the top 5?
No.
They had the biggest comeback of all time. This team was down 20. They were down 16 with 6 to go and came back and won. No. You can't put them in the top 5 teams. I read a stat. There's teams that are 1,600 when they were down by, what was it, 16 with 6 minutes to go, and you still can't put them in the top 5?
Nope.
That defense is as good as we're on the top 5. Now the offense, there's no team that's actually scored 33 points in a quarter ever. You kidding me? And you couldn't put this team at 5? I tell you what, that's overrated. These rankings. I watched one off FS1. They didn't have Denver in the top 10. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. You know what? These rankings are bogus, and I don't ever want to hear about it again. These things are just bogus.
No. And here's why I wouldn't put them in the top 5. Why did you have to come back that amount against a Giants team? Come on. You had to come
I don't care.
Nope.
You know what? This team may be. I'm going to go out on a limb right now. This team is destiny. This team is going to make a run in the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. When you can come back and score 33 points in the fourth quarter and being down by 20-some going into the fourth quarter, there's something going on with this team.
Well,
I'm telling you right now, it could be destiny.
Yeah. And here's why. You ready? The last stat that happened like that, the Vikings were down for the Colts 30-some points. Remember that when they came back? Right. Yeah, they lost the first round of the playoffs. Good luck.
Yeah, well, that's because the Vikings have won a Super Bowl. This team right here has won a couple of Super Bowls. Sean Payton has won a Super Bowl, and if not, maybe 2 Super Bowls. This team, if they've got coaching, they've got it. If they get Nick figured out, this team should be number 1. I'm telling you that right now. No. I'm telling you.
They wouldn't even win their division. I'll
bet you, Sody, they still win the division.
I'll bet you a 30 Sody. I'll bet you a 30 Sody.
Oh, okay. I'll bet you 60 Sody. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, they still got to play the Chiefs twice.
And they'll lose both.
Defense,
They'll lose both.
No, they won't. I'll bet you they get one at Denver. Of course, you know what? Mahomes might not be playing.
Yeah, by then. Yeah.
So there you go. I'll get at least one out of them. You might get both.
What a hot take. And unfortunately, we're going to talk about the power rankings next week too. So
they won't be there. Don't worry.
Oh, well, they got Dallas. That game might be a 50-48 game. Might be most points scored in the NFL history.
Do you think Bo Nix can put up 40 points?
He put 33 last week.
Yeah.
And they didn't score until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So you score one touchdown between the first and the third. Yeah, there's 40.
And that's why they're not in the top 5 right there, because they can't score a touchdown for the first 3. I think not putting them in the top 10 is crazy. That's a crazy stat. But putting them in, I think and I do believe that they're like 6. They're like right there.
Right.
They're on the cusp. But to say that they're in the top 3, no.
No, I wouldn't go that far. But I'd go with 5. I would go with 5. This team is a lot better than that, than what number 5 is. I'm telling you. That defense alone is a top 5 team. That defense alone.
Well, thank you for your very hot take. We appreciate it. In other news in the NFL, there's a lot coming out of New York about the Jets. So I'm not sure where they go from here, but Anthony, please walk me through this because I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, so the owner's backing the coach, saying that, he said you got to throw a damn pass. You got to complete a damn pass. That's what the owner says. Justin Fields in this situation has just not worked out. It's Tyrod Taylor's time. It's time to let the backup and just see what you can get. Get a win. That's what you need right now. You need to just get one win. So Tyrod Taylor's got to come in. Justin Fields could come in later in the year if you still want to try it again. I think once you bench him, it's over. It's done. And I think you guys, if you're a Jets fan, who are you going to look at quarterback? Because right now the quarterback's coming out of college. It was supposed to be a great year. And now Drew Aller and Cade Klubnik and Nussmeier and all them, not solid. So you're going to be taking someone that might be just having a good year, not a good career.
Interesting. Tim, are you shocked that they're putting Travis on the bench? Justin?
No, I'm not. He's not a quarterback. I'm sorry, he's not a quarterback in the NFL. He can't throw the ball down. He's overthrowing people. He's not the guy. Tyrod Taylor is a bad patchwork to get him through the season. They might not win one game this year. Yeah. I'm telling you right now. If it wasn't for their defense, I can guarantee they wouldn't win one game. But I think they will fall into a couple games. Probably have a number one pick. And probably the person they probably should go after is that kid out of Indiana, that Mendoza. I know he's not been, but I think he's got a lot of potential. And because right now, like you said, there's no quarterbacks out there. I would put my number one pick against that. And if he can play good again in the Big Ten championship, because that's where they're going to end up doing, is playing Ohio State in the Big Ten championship if they can run the table. And he does well. I'm not saying great, and plays them close. He could play himself into a number one pick.
Yeah, we'll see.
I've been hearing you guys say Ty Simpson's doing really well this year. Do you think he would join the NFL draft?
I think he's a Mac Jones Jr.
Yeah,
I don't think – I think he's great at Alabama. I just don't know if he'll be good in the NFL. And the problem with Mendoza is, again, he has a good team around him. But, you're talking about a good year, not a good career. And you want a guy that's going to have a good career. So –
okay. All right. Very interesting. Well, we do have a Thursday night game ahead of us. We have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Tim, what do you think this game's going to look like?
Well, Wentz is going to be starting because McCarthy's ankle is still not well, which that does not. So this will be, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Because they did come from the bye. So this will be the 5th week. And they said 4 to 6 weeks. I see this going the whole 6 weeks until he comes back. And that's not good. They need him back because just to see what you've got in this kid. Yep. That's the problem. What has he played? A game and a half before he got hurt? So you don't know what you even got in this kid. He was hurt last year. You got a game and a half again this season. They've got to get him back to see what they've got. Because guess who might be getting a quarterback next year?
Yeah. Should have been this year.
Might be Minnesota.
Yep.
So, and the Chargers, they need a win too. I don't know. Is this in LA?
I think so, yeah.
They need a win. They need a bounce back because right now they're reeling. They got beat by the Colts. They got beat by the Giants 2 or 3 weeks ago. They need a victory very bad. So, I actually have Friday off, so I might stay up and watch the whole thing on this one.
Anthony, what are your thoughts? Do you believe in the Vikes?
No, I'm not staying up to watch this whole game because this sucks. I don't want the Vikings on any standalone night. It's just a team that's reeling on trying to find out who their quarterback is. And I agree. I didn't like the whole J.J. McCarthy. This is his team. When Aaron Rodgers was openly saying he wanted to come to Minnesota, and we were I still believe this. We're a quarterback away. You have Justin Jefferson. You have Jordan Addison. You have T.J. Hawkinson. Jordan Mason is a hell of a pickup from this past year. The offensive line's good. It's just – so, yes, Carson Wentz being out there – the guy shits himself every time he gets out there. So, I think the Chargers this will look like where the Chargers people are like, oh, don't forget about them. So, because they'll play a bad Vikings team.
Which is unfortunate, but, maybe they'll pull up a fight.
Probably not.
You never know. On Thursday night, you never know. The short weeks, the only bad deal is that they're going to go out to L.A. And you know how they do on short weeks going to L.A.
Yeah.
Ask them last year with the Rams.
Yeah. Well, let's switch over to college. Let's talk about our new top 10 rankings. Anthony, I'm excited. Please tell me who the new top 10 is.
Yeah, so number 1 is Ohio State. They stay at number 1 until they get beaten. They're gonna stay right there. Number 2 is Indiana. 2 Big Ten schools right off the bat. They won't moved up one spot. Texas A&M moved up a spot to number 3. Alabama went to number 4. Number 5 went to Georgia. Number 6 Oregon. Number 7 Georgia Tech. And then number 8 Ole Miss. Number 9 Miami. And number 10 Vanderbilt. And then number 12 is Notre Dame. Right on the edge, looking in still.
Now tell me your reactions. What are you surprised about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised that Miami went down 7 spots. I do think the ACC Friday night bullshit. I do think they're going to have a hell of a game ahead of them with that Georgia Tech eventually, because I do believe they play each other in the regular season, not even just in the ACC championship. At least they did last year. The other one too that's a little surprising is Oregon still hiding up in there. Yes, they beat up on a Rutgers team, but like I still don't know if I believe in them in the top 12. I think that's a game that. But and final thing is Notre Dame being 12. I don't agree with that. I think after you beat USC team like this at home, I think they should be in the top 10. I think Vanderbilt's getting a lot of hype at number 7, and we'll see. I think they get beat this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, they played Missouri.
Yeah, but it's at home, so they do get that. But I think Missouri will play them tough.
Yeah, I agree. Tim, what shocked you the most here?
Yeah, Notre Dame should be 12. I think that's a good spot for them. I don't think they belong in the top 10 just yet. But I don't know. Interesting. Ohio State and Indiana, Big Ten schools, 1-2. Hopefully they get to play each other later on this year. I mean, I think everything. I mean, Texas A&M was at 4. The Miami going to 9. Because Louisville's not that good, and they got beat at home, so that's not So I think it's pretty close, So.
Well, they played at Louisville. At Louisville.
No. It was at Miami.
I'm literally reading it offline right now. At Louisville.
What?
It was at Miami. You're right.
Okay.
But that's a 5-1 team. So I don't know how you're saying they're a bad team.
Yeah, but they haven't played anybody. That's the problem. And one last thing. Huh?
They played Miami and they beat them. Like, I don't know.
Still then. I think that if everybody can run the table, Georgia Tech, the last game of the season.
Yeah.
A rival game. I think that might be, right around Thanksgiving weekend. That will be a very interesting game. I hope they stay on course so they play each other and they could be. I think Georgia got 1 loss, but that would be a very good game. I hope that keeps
5
going.
overtimes.
Yeah. I hope that stays there.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I will say what shocked me is that I'm hearing this middle of the pack, Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, just kind of seems like they're staying in there by the skin of their teeth, honestly. I don't know if they've necessarily proved themselves. I'll say the same thing about Ohio State. I don't know if they necessarily proved themselves to be there, but no one's taking it away from them either. So,
well, one more thing. Alabama what are they at, 4?
5, I think.
5? Maybe should be 2.
Yeah,
they went through a gauntlet in 4 games, all ranked opponents.
Really? Well,
I agree. Yeah, I think when you talk about who has the best record with what situations they've run through, Iowa State has not played anyone yet.
Right.
No one. And Indiana, yes, they beat on Penn State or Oregon, right? Yeah. But like Alabama ran through a gauntlet and came out with no losses and all wins. I agree. I think they should be number 2.
Even going on the road on a couple of those games.
Yep.
And going in there and beating them, like a Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Well, then I think
Vanderbilt
I'm surprised Georgia's still hanging in there.
Yep.
Well, I think they had a key win last week against
Ole Miss.
So that's why they're hanging around.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then we'll see what this weekend brings. Over to other news in college football. Texas Tech fans can no longer throw tortillas on the field since there was a pocket knife situation in Kansas. Tim, do you remember this?
No, I don't. And yes, then they should probably do away with it because somebody could seriously get hurt.
Yes.
What do you guys do? What do you guys do? If you guys want to throw other objects onto the field, like some places that I have thrown on, how can I say this in a very nice way? Objects that other people use.
A dildo on the field. Just say it, damn it.
Hey, we got to make it PG, okay? Or at least PG-13. So yes, if you want to throw stuff like that, maybe I could go with. But pocket knives, that's kind of dangerous. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
kinda
mean,
dangerous.
aren't they getting scanned when they go into games? Like, isn't that just a normal thing? Like,
You,
don't they have
you think, right? You think,
But I mean, tortillas are harmless, marshmallows are harmless. Like,
yeah.
why do
But
people go
unless
too
they're
far?
stuffed into something like a pocket knife, now that's a problem.
Yes, when people take it too far. Anthony, what
Yeah.
did you think about that?
Yeah, I think this sucks. I think this truly sucks because I remember one of my first Notre Dame games going to, and it was senior night, and they throw marshmallows in the student section. And it was like -5 degrees outside. So these are not marshmallows, these are rocks that people are throwing at each other. And I was like, what? And I remember me and you were looking at each other like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on? We didn't know this tradition. And we're
I
just
thought it
getting
was snow. I thought
Yes.
it was snow snowing.
we
Yeah,
were getting
well,
pampled with yes, this pocket knife situation is alleged. There's no recordings that Kansas was hit by a pocket knife. This was all set after, and that's why Texas Tech never really got too much of a punishment because there was no video showing this. I think it sucks because it's a tradition within Texas Tech of doing this tortilla thing. Stop taking tradition out of college football. You already want to take away the conferences, whatever. You don't want to play these teams like USC, don't want to play Notre Dame anymore. I get it. Don't do it anymore. But when it comes to the fans having a tradition, let them do it. I mean, like, so I think this sucks. It's shame on Texas Tech for saying don't do this because if I was going, I'm bringing a whole pack of tortillas and I'm throwing that. Throw
like
me
frisbee.
out.
Like
Throw me out.
frisbee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, quick question about your marshmallow, story. Were they the minis or were they the jumbos?
They were like the regular,
Regular size.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're
they were
regular size. Yeah.
they weren't the big jumbo ones, but they were like
No.
regular, and people were just pelting each other, and it was like,
Yeah.
no, these are hard. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
I
mean-
can see like the mini ones, they get hard so easily, so you can just like pellet those.
no, and honestly, if it wasn't for all the booze in the pregame, I probably would have been like, what the? We're going home. But
I'm surprised you didn't just turn around and just try to catch them.
it would have been lodged down your throat. So no.
Oh,
Well, in other news, we have some rumors swirling about Lane Kiffin again. He could be potentially the perfect fit for Florida. What do we think about that, Anthony?
Yeah, I don't see where this is going. Lane Kiffin's got everything in it he wants at Ole Miss. Ole Miss allows him to lose some of these big time games because Penn State fired James Franklin for not winning the big game. Lane Kiffin has not won the big game. Like, he always finds himself losing against Alabama, Georgia. We just had that this past weekend. So for him not to get fired because of that, why would he leave? There's expectations in Florida, stuff like that. I have a better fit for Florida.
Let's hear.
And he's on the big noon kickoff, Urban Meyer. Bring him back. Bring him back. The last time Florida had success was with Urban Meyer. They've been irrelevant since that. I mean, yes, they had Anthony Richardson. They didn't win. He was just there. I think Urban Meyer, now you can pay players, and that he was doing that all along anyways. So just do it. Bring him on. I know he got in trouble right when he was departing. So I don't know if that might be why they wouldn't bring him, but there's a lot of good coaches out there for the picking if teams pick wise.
Okay. Tim, what are you thinking here? Are you surprised about this rumor? Do you think there's a better fit?
no, I think it's a perfect fit down there. They want offense, and he could bring offense to that team. So they'll have to outscore everybody 50-45. But that's what they want. They want some explosive plays down there, like they used to do it back when Urban was there.
Yeah.
So I think they want somebody that can open up the field, and the defense will come. But because he's got a decent defense there in Ole Miss. I just think that, yeah, I can see that being a fit going down there because, I mean, they want offense. And I don't know if Langway would be there next year or not, or if he brings in his own people,
Oh, he would bring in his own people because, I mean, that's just every coach has done it. They bring in their own. The recruits come with them. So
Right.
why not?
And maybe that Chambliss goes with them from Ole Miss to Florida.
I don't know. You keep losing games like this, he ain't asking him to come back.
Right.
Well, very interesting. We'll have to see how that spins out and see if there's any other surprise news as we go through this season. All right. Well, the last thing we wanted to talk about is our no-name best bets. Did he earn the right to put his name in the title? Tim?
Yes. 3-1 this week. I had the Lions in the 5.5 last night, put me over to 3-1. So we are back at Tim's Best Bets. Now, this is going to be a floating work. You have to earn it each week.
Yeah.
So I think I get it this week. But if I go 0-4 or 1-3, it's going right back off. You got to earn your playing time. Just like you earn your playing time, you got to earn the name of the best bets. If we have to go back to blank to get your head out of your butt, that's what we're going to have to do. So we are back. Tim's Best Bets.
Well, and don't worry, because Lisa's itching. She's over here telling me.
I got people down my throat, breathing on my back, saying, "I'm here. Let me do it. Let me do it."
She was like, "I can pick these." It's like it's not picking. That's money line. That's easy.
Yeah.
Pick the spreads, the over unders.
Yeah.
I know how to pick the best colors and the cutest boys. I can do that.
Yeah. I've seen that before too.
Yeah. And honestly, it'll probably win. And that's the craziest
probably
shit.
would. Probably would. I need to stop doing research and just ask her what she thinks.
Yeah. Like
You'll never be wrong.
Who wears the best pants? Who's got the best butt in the pants? And that's the one you bet on.
You're in.
All right. Well, that is episode 150. We've done 150 episodes of Cover 2 Cook. I hope you've watched and came along with this journey that we've done. We talked about the NFL. There was a couple games on Monday night and Sunday night that we talked about. We talked about the power rankings and the top 10 rankings of college football. If you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those. We appreciate you. We will be back on Friday. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you on Friday.